Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome to the most complete spoken English course on YouTube, where you learn English through powerful stories, real emotions, and practical listening. No grammar rules, no textbooks, no stress. Just listen, speak, and grow. Today's story is called "He Died Before I Could See Him." Let's begin. I was already late when I got the call. I was standing in the hospital cafeteria, finally about to eat after 12 straight hours on my feet. My name is Michael. I'm a doctor, a surgeon, and this day still haunts me more than any other. The call came from the ER nurse. She said, "Doctor, you need to come now. It's Mr. Allen." The name hit me like a wave. Mr. Allen was not just a patient. He was someone I had personally promised I would check on. I had operated on him 3 days before, and I had told his wife, "I'll make sure to visit him this afternoon." But I didn't. I got caught up in meetings, other patients, emergencies. And now, when I was about to take one bite of food, I heard the words, "He's not doing well." I dropped my tray. The sound of the plastic plate hitting the floor still echoes in my mind. I ran through the corridors, pushing past people, ignoring the questions thrown at me. My heart was pounding. Please let him be okay. Please let me get there in time. When I entered the room, it was silent. His wife was sitting beside the bed, her hand holding his. His eyes were closed. The machines around him were off. The screen was black. No heartbeat, no movement. I froze. "He died 10 minutes ago," the nurse whispered. His wife looked at me. She didn't say anything. She didn't need to. Her eyes said everything. Pain, disappointment, a quiet question. "Where were you?" I opened my mouth to speak, but nothing came out. I had failed him. I sat outside the room for an hour after that. I didn't know what to do. Should I go in and apologize? Should I talk to the family? What could I possibly say that would make it better? 100 thoughts ran through my head. I remembered the surgery, how I held his heart in my hands, how carefully I had repaired the damage, how his recovery had looked promising. I remembered his smile before we rolled him into the OR. I remembered telling his wife, "He's in good hands." And now those hands had let him down. I didn't cry that day. I didn't speak to anyone. I went back to my office, sat in my chair, and stared at the wall. Hours passed. The sun went down. The hospital grew quieter. But inside me, there was noise. Screaming, blaming, questioning. I thought about quitting. I really did. Because what's the point of being a doctor if you can't be there when it matters most? Over the next few days, I kept replaying the events in my head. What if I had visited him earlier? What if I had checked his vitals one more time? Would I have noticed something? Could I have saved him? I knew the medical answer. Maybe not. The body sometimes fails even when everything looks fine. But emotionally, I didn't care about the facts. I just felt the weight of being late. A few days later, I saw his wife in the hallway. She was leaving the hospital. Our eyes met. My stomach twisted. But she walked toward me. She didn't yell. She didn't cry. She just said, "I know you cared. I saw it in how you looked at him. Thank you for trying." Then she left. I stood there, stunned. I didn't deserve her kindness, but I'll never forget her words. That moment taught me something deeper than any textbook ever could. Being a doctor isn't just about saving lives. It's about presence. It's about showing up. About being human in a place where life and death walk side by side. Since that day, I never let a promise slip. I never say, "I'll visit you later," unless I know I will. I still carry guilt. I still remember Mr. Allen's face. But I use that memory to be better. Because in this job, you don't just carry a stethoscope. You carry stories, and some of those stories stay with you forever. Now, it's time for your quiz. Answer the following 10 questions out loud. You'll have 5 seconds to respond after each question. What was Michael doing when he got the call about Mr. Allen? He was standing in the cafeteria, about to eat after 12 hours of work. Why was Mr. Allen important to Michael? Because Michael had promised to visit him and had performed surgery on him days before. What did the ER nurse say on the phone? She said that Michael needed to come now because Mr. Allen was not doing well. What happened to Michael's food tray when he got the call? He dropped it on the floor and ran to the ER. What did Michael see when he arrived at Mr. Allen's room? Mr. Allen was dead, the machines were off, and his wife was sitting beside him. How did Mr. Allen's wife react when she saw Michael? She didn't say anything, but her eyes showed pain and disappointment. What thoughts went through Michael's head after Mr. Allen died? He blamed himself, questioned his choices, and thought about quitting. Did Michael cry or talk to anyone that day? No, he sat alone in his office in silence for hours. What did Mr. Allen's wife say to Michael days later? She said she knew he cared and thanked him for trying. What did Michael learn from this experience? That being a doctor is about more than saving lives. It's about being present and human. Now let's go over some of the less common words and expressions used in the story. These explanations will help you understand their meaning and how to use them. Haunts me. This means something keeps coming back to your mind in a painful way. Example: that night still haunts me even years later. Vitals. This refers to vital signs like heartbeat, blood pressure, and temperature. Example: the nurse checked his vitals every hour. Let someone down. This means to disappoint someone or fail to meet expectations. Example: I promised to help, but I didn't show up. I let him down. Twisted. Stomach twisted. A way to describe strong emotional discomfort or anxiety. Example: my stomach twisted when I saw the bad news. Stunned. This means shocked or unable to react because of surprise or emotion. Example: I was stunned when I heard the final score. Presence. In this context, it means being there for someone, physically or emotionally. Example: even if you can't fix things, your presence matters. Carries stories. This is a metaphor for holding on to emotional memories or experiences. Example: every nurse carries stories that shaped who they are. Silence. Not just the absence of sound, but often a heavy or emotional quiet. Example: there was silence after the announcement. Slipped. As in a promise slipped. This means you forgot or failed to keep a promise. Example: I told her I'd call, but it slipped my mind. Echoes. Sounds or memories that continue to repeat or linger. Example: his words echoed in my mind all night. Thank you so much for watching this video until the end. You are doing something powerful by learning English through stories. Every minute you spend listening, answering, and reflecting is a step closer to fluency. If you enjoyed this lesson, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others so more people can join this amazing journey of learning spoken English. This is Docentes DigitalesTV, where your voice in English becomes stronger every day. See you in the next video.